to the life we live, the life we used to know. We got a long way.
Welcome everybody. My name is Watson. If you are somebody looking for just an easy way to be able to find a charity that's locally in your area that you can serve based on your passions and everything, let me walk with you step by step on how to find a charity that you can serve locally. You're going to go to an organization that's called charitynavigator.org. It's one of the most trusted sources to find out how legit your charity is. Okay, now remember, to participate in the Live Beyond Youth Service Challenge, you have to find a charity. Okay, this charity needs to be a 501c3. Just because your organization is nonprofit does not make it a charity. Okay, so please keep that in mind. So it needs to be a 501c3 organization. All right, so with that being said, I want to be able to kind of show you how to make it work. So you're going to go through, you can search by a charity or a cause. Okay, so let's say I wanted to search for Charity Water. I already know the organization that I want to work with and everything. This will give you what type of review that it has. This is a click button here so you can make a donation. And this will tell you a little bit about what it does. I found it, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. All right, so this tells you the website. So I can click on it literally and go to charitywater.org. And okay. So you can go through, you can learn a little bit more about the cause and what it does and everything. Why am I showing you this? Because this is the way you're going to use this to get in contact with somebody in that organization. Okay? So you can go through, if you scroll on the bottom, contact us. You're going to contact them, okay? Telephone, here's their donation, need assistance and so forth, help desk, all that good stuff. Now, these guys are a well-established organization, so they have all the resources to kind of help you with some of the stuff that you need to do. A lot of charities are not going to be this well managed, but they will have their contact information. And so you would contact them, and what you're looking for is just letting them know, hi, this is my group, and we would love to serve your organization. We are looking for opportunities to serve. Is there anything tangible that we'd be able to do? Now, note where these guys are at. This is their center. But the first thing I would do is I would look to see if they have a local chapter, because some of these charities have local chapters in different states. So I would just look to see if they have a chapter or they operate in your area. If they don't operate in your area, okay, then we need to find another charity that does. And I'll show you that in just a second here. So you're going to come over here and just start contacting. You do have to do a little bit of contacting work so that you can be able to figure out who is the right person to talk to, maybe a volunteer coordinator, or if they have any upcoming events, things that you can participate in. So that's there. And the cool part is you can write to them. I love how they have their information right here. They really try to make it simple, and that's what we're trying to do. Simplicity is key here. Okay. Looks like these guys, you can go through their rating, all that kind of stuff. Just, these guys it's incredible. They hit it out of the ballpark. They're a good, reliable charity organization. Okay. And they have their data available. So all transparency, all that kind of stuff. This is a good, reliable organization. If you go back, you could also search by a charity or cause. But so let's say your organization, that's what you're going to do. Let's say you can look up your EIN number in the year that it was formed. Okay? All right here. So we need this. This is the information that we need to verify that your organization is a charity, a 501c3. Okay, so that's where you get that information. Let's go back to the beginning here. All right, we're going to go to the very beginning. Let's say that you just came in here. We don't know the charity name that we want. But what we do know is we know our passion. Let's say that our passion is for sports. So our passion is for sports. It's going to give you a ton of organizations that all focus on sports. Okay? If that's your passion. Your job now is to figure out like what state and everything. Okay? So here's the cool part. It's got the state. So you can, we're in Indiana. It's got the, I don't really know what the beacons are and everything, but those are accountability checks, like leadership, accountability, and finance. So if you're looking for certain values and you want to make sure that they can get a beacon. Let's say you want to make sure that they have all of them. Okay, and you can go through and check that. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You could go through and check and everything if you want them to have certain these qualities. Here's the rating. You can search based on their rating and everything. Okay. Different causes. So if you like agriculture, religion, international relations, health, philanthropy, arts and culture. These are the different causes that you can. Sports and recreation. And you can just go based on, again, find something that's close to your heart. If you love sports, serve an organization that's with sports, okay? We're going to select, just for this example, Indiana. And we're going to go ahead and, you can go through their, their charity type of thing. So, and please keep this in mind. Some of them will have a good, rating. Some of them may not be rated yet, and everything. So if they're not rated yet, it just means that it doesn't mean that they're not legit. Okay. It just means that they don't have their information up here, meaning that the organization doesn't have a profile up here, and these guys haven't put their charity information up here. That's it. It doesn't mean that they're not legitimate at all. That's not what it means. But it just means that these organizations, like here, has put up their, information, their IRS information and all that kind of stuff, so that they can get that rating. Okay? So that's your charity navigator. You can literally go through. It's so simple. You can go through ratings. You can go through the state. So this one, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty cool. And the cool part is you can just, again, click on it. And when you click on it, sometimes they'll give you the URL, sometimes not. But what you can do is you can contact them via their phone number. And then you could also copy this. And then remember, you'll need this number here. Okay. And then you can also just go through and just do a quick, you could do a really quick, Google search for them and just make sure that they're the right one. So you would match that information with their, you would match that information, X out of this real quick. Okay, you would match that information with this, just to make sure that their information is correct. Like there's some cohesiveness. There's no reason why you can't participate in this and find a charity to serve that's in your local area. This is Bloomington. Let's say I am not there. Okay, no problem. Just let's go back. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have to pick a different charity that's close to us. You know what I'm saying? So we would have to look at, this is Indianapolis, Indiana. That's close to us. So we click on it. URL is not available, but I have an address. And what I can do is maybe I can do Sports Indiana. And then what I can do is I can come over here and just do a quick Google search on it. See if I can find it. And I could just put probably nonprofit. Sometimes what you can also do is you can put the EIN number with it as well. Just to make sure. Let me see if they, and again, I know it's a little bit inconvenient because you have to do a little bit of homework of looking up their information, making sure everything's legit. So this one promotes sports tourism and economic development. And this is where it's at right here. So you could probably, I'm surprised that they don't have a phone number somewhere where we can contact them. So what we could do, go see if we could find its website. Sports Indiana. Nonprofit. And what you're doing is, I'm just going through, once you've done this, on the website. So it looks like it's the same thing because they were saying, sporting events that drive economic vitality, facilitate, with community pride, all that kind of stuff. And the cool part that we have to do is too, we have to do this all the time because we have to look for nonprofits that it'd be really cool to add in our, for a podcast and so what you would do is if you're in, West Washington Street and everything right here, you could write to them, or you could do, call this phone number and say, hey, I'd like to volunteer. And there's right here, for example, there's some volunteer opportunities here. You can register, to volunteer and everything. And they will be communicated via your email address right there. So it's very easy to get involved. It's not very hard at all. And if your passion is for sports, this is a great nonprofit and you happen to be in Indiana. What a wonderful opportunity to volunteer and get involved with something that you love and that's close to your heart, volunteering and everything. That's how you win. You can help win funds for this nonprofit. And again, it's a charity organization. It's got an EIN number with, and it is a charity. So this would count as part of that, okay? And here's your EIN number and so forth, and who's in charge of that. So my main point, what I'm trying to show you through this video is that it's very easy using Charity Navigator to find a charity that's close to your heart and begin serving them. And you can learn a little bit about Charity Navigator and tools and resources available here just to make sure, like it says, Charity Navigator is a research tool for anyone looking to make a difference. So that's the idea here. We're just trying to simplify the process for you and make it easier for you to serve and not make it be like this grueling process. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this because there's so many barriers. So the Charity Navigator is in hopes to help you be able to find a local charity in your area to serve.